Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and that is University Problem Solver, and you are watching a video of course differential equation in which I am covering the complete course of differential equation. In this lecture we will start our new chapter, and that is chapter 3, modeling with first order differential equation. Before starting this chapter we have completed our chapter 2, and that is first order linear differential equation, of which a short summary is that we have solved six methods of different first order differential equation. If a differential equation come first order, how we can solve a given differential equation by six different methods. So what is our first? That is separable variable method. Another is linear equation method, and then there is exact and non-exact equations, and then the solution by substitution. In solution by substitution we studied three methods, and that is homogeneous equations, Bernoulli's equations, and reduction to separation of variable. You can find the link in the description or here at the iBook. If you have not watched those videos or those lectures, please go and watch these lectures. Now starting our today lecture, and if you are new here or you haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe because that is important. And I give you the tips and tricks of exam questions and practice sessions, so do not miss any exam practice session or any other activities that is important and helpful to you regarding to the university. So I hope you subscribe. And coming back to our today's lecture, and that is chapter 3, modeling with first order differential equation. We also say that this chapter is the application of the first order differential equation because we solve some real world problems and examples in this chapter. So we will study only exercise 3.3, that is linear models. So as you can see that the review material for this exercise is chapter 2, and that is solving a first order differential equation. It means that you know what is differential equation and you know how to solve different differential equations. So if you have not know how these equations work or how to solve a first order differential equation, please go and watch those videos first and then came back to this lecture. So this exercise is mainly divided into four steps, and that is growth and decay problems, half-life, in which we study carbon dating, Newton's law of cooling and warming. We will see what is the this Newton's law, what Newton say in this law, and then there is a series circuit. So today's we will cover in four lectures, and this is part 1, and that in this we will study growth and decay problems. So starting our topic, and that is growth and decay problems. Growth and decay problems. So what are these problems? The initial value conditions equation that dx by dt is equal to kt, where at t is equal to t naught, x is equal to x naught. This is a differential equation. This is the initial value condition. So, and k is the constant of proportionality. This model solves for diverse phenomena involving either growth and decay. Biological applications: the rate of growth of certain populations, bacteria, small animals, over short period of time is proportional to the population present at time t. Knowing the population at some arbitrary initial time t naught, we can then use the solution of 1 to predict the population of the future, that is at time t is greater than t naught. The constant of proportionality k can be determined from the solution of the initial value problem using a subsequent measurement of x at t at a time t is equal to t1. So it means that whenever a differential equation or of problem came, you will have to form the equation that will be in the form of first order differential equation. And in this you will encounter two constants, and that is our c, that is constant of integration. Another is k, that is constant of proportionality. So in for to find these constants, you will have you will be given two conditions, and that at x is equal to t1 is equal to x2. From these two conditions you find the values of these constants, and from if you put this the value of this constant at this point, then you can find the population at any time t. So let's do an example to clarify the things and see. Let's see what the example says. So the example says that a culture plate initially has p naught number of bacteria. So it says that at time t is equal to 0, and initial time will start from 0. So the number of bacteria is, if p is the number of bacteria at time t, and this is equal to p naught, so it means that the question has given the first initial value condition, and that p at p is equal to t is equal to 0, our p is p naught. At time is equal to 1 hour, the number of bacteria is measured to be 3 by 2 of p naught. So another condition is at time t is equal to 1 hour, our bacteria is equal to 3 by 2 of p naught. So this is the second condition, that at 3 time t is equal to 3 by 2, at time t is equal to 1 hour, our population is equal to the 3 by 2 of p naught. Now here is the solution, or here is a clue to solve the question. So if the rate of growth is proportional to the number of bacteria pt present at time t, if the rate of growth is proportional, so the rate of growth is dp by dt. We know, we write the rate of growth like this, is directly proportional to the number of bacteria present at time t. So number of bacteria is p. So this is given from the question. What we are asked is that determine the time. So we have to determine the time necessary for the number of bacteria to triple. So the bacteria will become 3 times of original number of bacteria present at that time. So you have, in order to solve the question, you have to understand the questions, where you will find two initial value conditions, two conditions for two constants, and you will find another equation, and that is first order differential equation. So its solution, now we write the solution. We know that if we remove the proportionality, there are two constants will come, dp by dt is equal to kp. So moving, so now this is our equation. We can solve it by separable or variable, or by first order linear differential equation. I am solving it by first order, by linear equation method. So make this equation in standard form, and that is equal to this is equal to 0. What is our next step? In next step, we have to identify our p of x, that in this case is minus k, and the integration, that is t. So as our, we are taking derivative with respect to t, so dt is equal to minus kt. And what is our integration factor? Integration factor will be e raised to the power minus kt. What is our next step? In the next step, we multiply the integration factor by the whole equation, and our differential equation is reduced to this form, and that is p is in the right hand side we have 0, so multiply integration factor will become 0. If you do not know how I write this step, you can go and watch my previous lecture of exercise 2.3 to know how our equation reduced into this form. So if I integrate both the sides, so these will cancel, and e raised to the power minus kt p is equal to c. So p is equal to c e raised to the power plus kt. So up to this point we have solved our, we know what our growth equations look like. So but in this equation we have two constants, that is c and k, and but we know that we have two conditions also. What is our two conditions? That at time t is equal to 0, p is equal to p naught, means that at time t is equal to 0, p is equal to p naught, and at time t is equal to 1 hour, p is equal to 3 by 2 p naught. One condition will give me the value of c, another condition will give me the value of k. So putting first condition, at t is equal to 0, p is equal to p naught, so p naught is equal to c. And putting now, and so we know the value of c, putting the value of c in our equation, so p naught e raised to the power kt. Now putting another condition, that will give you the value of k, that is equal, that is say that at t is equal to 1 hour, p is equal to 3 by 2 p naught. So 3 by 2 p naught, is equal to p naught e raised to the power k. This will cancel, and now 3 by 2 is equal to e raised to the power k, taking log of both the sides. Ln 3 by 2 is equal to ln e k, so k will came out, so ln 3 by 2 is equal to k ln e. We know the ln e is 1, so k is equal to ln 3 by 2. So we have find our two constant values k and c. So put this value into this equation, so our final equation is equal to p naught e raised to the power ln 3 by 2 t. As you see that from the question and the two given conditions, we have created an equation that is particular for our given problem. And now what the question has asked, that to find the time where the population is equal to the 3 times of original population. So easy, put these values into this equation, that will give me the time, that is 3 times p naught is equal to p naught e raised to the power ln 3 by 2 t. These will cancel, so e is equal to 3 is equal to e raised to the power ln 3 by 2 t, taking log of both the sides. Ln 3 is equal to this will reduce to ln 3 by 2, and that is into t, so dividing, so t is equal to ln 3 and ln 3 by 2. So by putting the values in calculator, so our time is equal to 2.71 or 2.71 or. So analyzing the solution, it means that the actual number of p naught of bacteria present at time t is equal to 0 played no part in determining the time required for the number in the culture plate to triple. The time necessary for an initial population of say 100 or 10 lakh bacteria to triple is still approximately 2.71 hour. So it means that the time for to become the any population of this 3 times of original population is always 2.71. So it does not matter initial bacteria is 100 or 1000, so time is always 2.71. And another condition is, now analyze this graph. This is our y axis and this is our time axis. This is the curve for EKT where k is positive, and this is the graph for EKT where k is negative. When for the growth problem, by increasing the value of k, our population will increase and our curve will go upward. For the decay problem, when the where k will become negative, so by increasing time our population will decrease. Accordingly, we say that either k is either a growth constant or a decay constant. Thank you for watching this video. If you have learned anything from this video, please go and subscribe my channel or like my channel. In the next videos, we will do couple of examples of growth problem and then we start our next topic. Thank you.